Alright, also look, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about UFC 309 and Johnny Turinaboli's performance against Stipe Miocic. And while I do respect the way in which he was able to obtain the finish, and I praise it to a very high regard, I think it proves absolutely nothing when the inevitability of the Tom Aspinall fight comes into reality. And so in this video, I'm going to be breaking down as well as covering why I still very much do believe that Jon Jones, Johnny Turinabol, will meet his match against Tom Aspinall. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share so you can help me reach 1,500 subscribers by May. I'll deeply appreciate you. And make sure you join the official UFC Discord, link in the description. Alright, so look, on November 16th, UFC 309, we saw debatably the greatest fighter to ever do it, Jon Jones, take on Stipe Miocic and finish him with a third-round TKO. The method? A devastating and crushing spinning back kick to the body. And all biases as well as all personal feelings aside, it was dirty, man. And, there's no denying how clean and how powerful that kick was. And, at the end of the day, you've kind of got to give Johnny Turinabol his flowers here. That spinning back kick wasn't just a highlight reel KO, but it was a career-ending moment for Stipe Miocic, a two-time heavyweight champion as well as the greatest heavyweight fighter of all time. And, it quite literally sent him straight into retirement and capped off one of the most legendary careers in MMA history. And now for the elephant in the room. The next logical fight within the heavyweight division has got to be Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And if this fight doesn't happen, then the UFC needs to strip Johnny Turinabol of that belt and let him take on Alex Pereira or whatever. But make no mistake, Tom Aspinall is the man who should be fighting for the heavyweight championship next. Why? Because after watching Johnny Turinabol at UFC 309, there is nothing about his performance that makes me think that he's ready for someone like our interim heavyweight champion in Tom Aspinall. And here's the reality. Jon Jones looked slow. And look, that's not to discredit him whatsoever, but it's the truth. He wasn't moving with the same level of precision or sharpness or explosiveness that we saw in his light heavyweight prime. But that's also to be expected because he's like 50 pounds heavier. But the thing is, Stipe Miocic was even slower. And let's not forget the context here as well. During UFC 309, we saw a Stipe Miocic who, mind you, is a 42-year-old fireman who hadn't fought in nearly 4 years. And in his last appearance, he was brutally flatlined, stiffened, and sent into the shadow realm by Francis Ngannou. And let me put this into perspective. Since that fight, Francis Ngannou has switched sports and taken on boxing's biggest names such as Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, and then has also returned to mixed martial arts to destroy another heavyweight monster in Renan Ferreira. Take all that into accountability and let that sink in. Now compare that to Tom Aspinall, who is at his peak and is unbelievably fast for the heavyweight division. Those moments where Johnny turned his back to run away in order to reset, Tom Aspinall wouldn't give him that opportunity. He'd chase him down and unload even faster with harder shots than Stipe Miocic could ever hope to throw. And let's not forget that Stipe Miocic, despite being slower and older, was still landing a lot of shots during their bout. He connected with the jabs, the uppercuts, as well as the counter 1-2s. If those strikes were coming from Tom Aspinall, a 6'5", 260-pound heavyweight with the speed of a bantamweight, the power of a heavyweight, and the precision of a featherweight, Johnny Turinabol would not be able to handle them nearly as well. Tom Aspinall not only has the physicality, not only does he have the strength, but he also has the grappling base that makes him an absolute nightmare matchup for Jon Jones. And he's not just strong, he's much stronger than the Stipe Miocic Jon Jones had to face in the octagon November 16th. Let's also look at the performance itself. Johnny Turinabol had a great opening round, no doubt. And those elbows he landed were absolutely massive and definitely showed some flashes of his light heavyweight prime. But by the second and third rounds, the fight was a lot more competitive than it should have been. And Stipe was having his moments on the feet as well, and was landing shots that kept him in the fight. And that's very telling considering Stipe's age, the length of the layoff, as well as the amount of punishment that he's taken within his storied career. And if that's how Johnny Turinabol performs against that version of Stipe, you have to question how he would hold up against a fresh, fast, and powerful heavyweight like Tom Aspinall. To be frank, I'd give a guy like Ciryl Gane a legitimate shot in a rematch, if he can improve his takedown defense and keep this fight standing. Honestly, now that I think about it, I think any fighter with decent takedown defense as well as the ability to land clean shots on the feet could probably make things very difficult for this version of Jon Jones. But the most compelling matchup right now is clearly our interim heavyweight champion, Tom Aspinall. And I just think that his combination of speed, strength, as well as skill makes him the perfect test for Jon Jones. And it's a fight that needs to happen if the UFC heavyweight division is going to move forward within the near future whatsoever. But that's all I've got to say for this video. Let me know in the comment section below. What do you guys think of Jon Jones' UFC 309 performance against Stipe Miocic? And do you think that Jon Jones that fought Stipe beats Tom Aspinall? Let me know in the comment section below. But that about wraps up the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.